Xbox is absolutely on fire in a good way this week. From FPS Boost to the iOS beta to the server blades being revealed to just there's so much stuff. Let's go over all of it. Okay, let's start with the most recent story, and that is 13 EA games getting FPS boost all the way up to 120 frames per second. That includes Battlefield 1, Battlefield 4, Battlefield 5, and that's 120 hertz on both the Series X and S for Battlefield 4, the Series X for the other ones. Mirror's Edge Catalyst is bumped up to 120 hertz. Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare, Battle for Neighborville, and Garden Warfare 2. That's 120 hertz on both the X and the S. We got Sea of Solitude, that's up to 60 hertz. Star Wars Battlefront 1 and 2, 120 hertz on the X, on the S for Battlefront 1. Titanfall, 120 hertz on the Series X. And then Titanfall 2, one of the most revered Titanfalls of all time, is up to 120 hertz on the Series X and S. And on Unravel 2, 120 hertz, because why not? So if you're not familiar with FPS Boost, this is already enabled on a bunch of Bethesda games and just games on the platform generally. They note in the article over on Xbox News, FPS Boost is not automatically enabled for Xbox Series X gamers, but can easily be turned on under the compatibility options in the Manage Game and Add-on settings to experience FPS Boost and be able to toggle the feature on and off. Make sure your console has taken the latest update and you've rebooted your console. So if you're looking for this FPS boost and you have a Series X or an S even, you now have access to even higher frame rates on some of the best games that have been made over the last generation of consoles. That's awesome. Good stuff. I hope we see more FPS boost titles in the future. Continuing on, the Xbox beta on iOS is here. I shot some really bad B-roll of me running it on my iPhone. I actually got into it. So just a few days ago, I said I was really skeptical about this, but I have been playing on my iPhone and it's been running much smoother than in the past. I don't know what they changed, but it's definitely been running just a little bit better, and my impressions of the service have definitely changed. I think I need to commit and just play through a game in its entirety at this point, because it's good enough that I think I need to adjust to the smaller screen size and just say, okay, I played this game for an hour, I played this game for an hour, and this game for an hour. Here's what I think, and I'll probably be doing that soon. They also showed off the server blades for Project XCloud during GameStack Live, which is really interesting. And Twinfinite actually did a recap of a lot of the stuff coming from GameStack Live about not only how Xbox is supporting smaller developers, but also these cloud services. So here's a few things developers have said about the xCloud service. Developers are blown away because this is able to be set up in minutes. It doesn't take a lot of work to get this set up. Xbox says there is no either or scenario for Xbox. Consoles and cloud are better together. Microsoft aims the Xbox Series X to lead its foray into the next generation and then to extend that experience to players who want to play in the cloud. And that's from the GameStack recap. And then the next point I think is really interesting because it's something that I continually talk about on the channel. This will also extend the total addressable market. Microsoft aims to bring its gaming offerings to new markets like India, which is a very big market, and new people. This also fits the better together vision. And again, that's from Twinfinite. So that's really interesting because they're clearly saying, hey, we want to bring gaming to more people regardless of where they play. And that's great. That is great news just for gamers everywhere worldwide. And it's heartening to hear that they are considering that not everybody has the money to throw down on a console, but hey, maybe you got a phone, so start gaming in the cloud. And I mean, if I got to get some more time in, but so far so good. Hopefully they continue to improve from here. This gives me a lot of hope for the next few years. Speaking of playing on portal devices, one story that was sort of circulating on Twitter from the GS Corden crew was basically that 40% of Minecraft Dungeon Cloud players use touch controls. It's important to note this when looking at iOS support coming for video games. So let me clarify this statement because they had to make a correction in the article. If people are playing Minecraft Dungeons on their phone or using cloud services, 40% of them are using touch controls. It's one of the games that have built-in touch controls, and they're actually working to refine that to make it even better. So they actually have a large library of games that support touch controls out of the box, which is really, really good. So that's awesome, and I hope they continue down that path for games where it makes sense. I think Minecraft Dungeons is a perfect example of a game where that works tremendously well. The big one in the most recent story is that Xbox Live is no longer required for free-to-play games. It's just gone. I believe this has been activated as of now. That is awesome. 50 games are available now, yes, including Destiny. And what this means is that you no longer need Xbox Live or Xbox Network or whatever they decide to call it in the future. You need your Xbox, you need an internet connection, and you can play Fortnite, you can play Apex, you can play Rainbow Six Siege, all the really good free-to-play shooters that everybody plays for free everywhere else. And now you just don't have a barrier to access. It was a course correction for Xbox, and they finally made that change. Let me see if I can actually bring up the article really quick. I didn't come prepared. Yeah, so here's what they say. Today, we are sharing more details on our plans to make online multiplayer in free-to-play games available on Xbox without an Xbox Live Gold membership. As part of listening to your feedback, this change will take place starting today, and all Xbox players will be able to access online multiplayer at no charge for a library of over 50 free-to-play games that support online multiplayer. Let's just look through it. Apex is there. We got Call of Duty Warzone. What else we got? Destiny 2 and Killer Instinct, the Outriders demo, Phantasy Star Online 2. Just reading down the list. Warframe. So obviously just great games, free to play. And now that other video, people can stop commenting about like, is it activated yet? Is it activated? Yes, now it's activated for everybody. They tested it. It worked. Go game. Have fun. According to Jez Corden over on Windows Central Gaming, I think. Anyway, I saw it on Twitter. But anyway, 23 million Game Pass subscribers are now active as of April 20th. And thank you, Paul Tassi, for writing up the following. In April 2020, we had 10 million. So we have now doubled that number year over year plus some. So April 2020, 10 million. September 2020, 15 million. January 2021, 18 million. April 2021, 23 million reportedly. And that does fit in line with the growth trajectory that they have been showcasing up to this date. That is a huge number, 23 million. So, okay, let's do some quick math here. 23 million. Let's say they have the cheap version, $19.99 times 23, and that's 6 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is, is that enough zeros? 23, 1, 2, 3, yeah. $229,770,000 per month. Per month. That's assuming everybody has the $9.99 version. Of course, let's just throw $100 million in the garbage. Let's assume 100 million people have the $1 subscription instead of the $9.99 subscription. That's still $129 million a month. So when people start talking about like, hey, Xbox doesn't publicly release their console sales. Well, they publicly release their Game Pass numbers, and we know they're raking in the cash basically for offering a great service for gamers, rightfully so. And I keep hearing the concerns, but the developers. Well, you know what game just came to Game Pass? MLB The Show, and it is the top paid game for the month. MLB The Show is the top paid game, which means people are purchasing the game and they're playing on Game Pass. It is win-win. And for popularity is the number 5 and the number 6 spot on the Game Pass hierarchy. That is according to, let me check my source here, the website Microsoft.com. Pretty sure they're not going to screw up their stats. But anyway, yeah, so Game Pass is great. Xbox's health is better than ever. What a week for gaming. And you know what? It's not even E3 yet. Nothing's even happening. We have like GameStack Live. I did the Sony story yesterday. Sony's got some really cool stuff on the way. Xbox has some really, really cool stuff on the way. Gamers are winning through and through. It's so good. It just makes me so happy to see that everybody has good news across the board. Thank you so much for watching. Hey, if you like these videos where I talk about gaming industry stuff late at night, hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the bell because it's important for reasons. You got to hit the bell, I guess. That's what all the YouTubers say, right? Anyway, if you want to support this channel, you can also do so through memberships. Memberships are a thing YouTube offers where you can directly support a content creator, basically. And what I do is I upload the same video with no ads, just because I figure that's pretty easy and I can manage that with my crazy person schedule with all these videos. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you. Weekly update for the channel growth. Still incredibly humbled. We're probably gonna hit 45,000 subscribers on the channel. Thank you so much. It's just surreal to see. It's surreal to see. I have posted a video every day since sometime in March. I'm going to keep that trend going, and I just want to see how crazy this thing is going to get. So I'm on board if you are. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you for the next one. Have a wonderful day, everybody.